am going live to talk to you all a minute about an opportunity. And so I'm just so excited to share this with you. If you've been tracking along with me, you know that the Lord is sending us to Asia. We are leaving Sunday, and we will be going to the Philippines the first week in September. And then on the 10th, we are going to Paris. Both of these are mission trip related. The Lord has sent us. And when the Lord started to really speak to me that we were going to go, that he was sending us to the Philippines, I've been praying for the Philippines since 2015. And he's been just dropping prophetic revelation of what all he is going to have us do. He's given me very specific instructions, which island to go to, which town to go to, that we are to take food, and then this is going to be a scouting mission. I now have a contact in the town that the Lord prophetically directed us to go to, who is an OBGYN there, she's 82 years old. She went to medical school with a very close family friend, and she is still in medical practice. And so the Lord specifically has been highlighting to me to help the women, and this has been from the get-go when the Lord called me out of prostitution, drug addiction, back in the year 2000, like 24 years ago. I've had this desire to help women with children. I've worked in prisons and women's prisons, a woman's prison, not more than one. Well, I've been to different prisons, but there was a particular one that I was working with. I would transport them back and forth to different sites, pick them up from prison and take them to court cases and job interviews and things like this. It was women transitioning out of the last 2 to 3 years of their felony sentence. But so this is something I'm super passionate about, excited about. If you don't know me, I'm Emily Rose Lewis. I've been in full-time ministry since 2016, really. But I've been doing ministry from the moment the Lord called me. I turned around and went back in the streets and was ministering to people. But so the Lord told me we're going to the Philippines. Hold on one second. And I was like, well, this is not a good time for that. Number one, I'm going to visit my son. I've never been to Hong Kong, and I have a specific amount of time. My ankle is recovering, so the first part of it, I'm probably still going to be recovering some. Today's the first day that I'm walking without crutches. I had one crutch yesterday and didn't go a lot, and I'm still not walking around all over the place, but I'm not scooting up and down the steps anymore. So that's nice. And anyway, so please pray for me. If you're a praying person, pray for my ankle, pray for our protection. I know we have angels that are assigned to us for this trip. It's been so supernatural. And so I've already sowed the first fruits of what into a different ministry that's ministering in the Philippines. But so anyway, God told us to go, and I resisted a little bit because I didn't have I thought they were done lawn mowing out there. So apologize if there's noise in the background. The Lord said to me today, what do you have in your hand? And I had already sent this out in an email, and I have these anointing oils, and I believe wholeheartedly that if everybody who hears this, shares this, and buys some of these anointing oils just for the regular price that I would sell them for, they have to buy them today because I'm going to be able to go to the post office in the morning. And if they haven't sold out by tonight, you can still purchase them for the mission trip. The money will go to the mission trip, but I won't be able to send them till I get back. And we are going out of the country for a month. So I'm going to show you, I only have 3 of the Rose of Sharon left. These are really popular. Let me just show you these. So these are made with oil from the Holy Land. And while people are on, see this amazing painting behind me? It's got paste, so it's like 3D. I call it the glory of God. I believe that someone is going to purchase this for $800. It will essentially almost underwrite the portion that we need to have to get over there and to get lodging, the planes, the cars and stuff. because it's not super expensive. And then these things are going towards to help the poor, which God told us to do. I mean, it's one day that you decide to go to Chick-fil-A with your kids. One other person, just don't eat Chick-fil-A for one day, one time, and you could buy one of these. So they're quite large, and they smell wonderful. You can anoint your house, you can anoint the sick, you can, anoint your car, people that you're praying for. And it's made in the Holy Land by local perfumers, and this is good quality stuff. So it has quite a different languages. So there's only 3 of these Rose of Sharon left. I had somebody purchase 4 of these. So if you were to buy 4 of them, save them for a Christmas gift, a birthday gift, that's $100. And then that goes. If I sell all these, I really feel like I am not going to go over there empty-handed. I think I have 43 of them. It was like $1,000 basically if I can sell all these. I've got 6 Queen Esther's, and the painting. Frankincense, 7 of these. 3 frankincense and jasmine. All of these smell really good. You can use them as perfumes. Frankincense and myrrh. I have 4 of these. And I'm also coming on tonight to talk about Level Pass. I've got a message from the Lord, myrrh, and I'll briefly mention these tonight. I got 7 myrrh. Spikeyard Nardo. This, I believe, is one of the things they anointed Jesus' body with. 7 of those. Only 3 Lily of the Valley left. These shouldn't stay in my garage. This is a godsend. And 5 of these, Elijah. Do I have any? Okay, I showed Queen Esther already. So it's in the comments. You can purchase them. I will send them in the morning. I'm making a trip to the post office before it shuts. Share this. I have this on my wall too. $800. I won't say that I would turn down a lesser. I just have it in my mind that the Lord said I'm going to sell this for $800. If it does not sell to fund this trip, then I'm sure it will sell later and fund something else that the Lord is doing. Because really, when he said 800, I'm like, good, I can release it for that because I really like it. And I put a lot of hours in it. It's really, I painted it under a weighty anointing where the Lord was calling me to do art again. I'd not done art before, but I started doing art this year. And so, when God calls us and he sends us, we can make excuses and say, well, I don't have it. Or we can say, okay, so as I'm trying not to stress about the fact that I don't want to go over there empty-handed, and I've sowed and sowed and sowed into this ministry, and this is what I'm doing full-time right now is full-time mission work. And I saw on my wall from 11 years ago that came up when I was praying about a decision for my son Forrest, who we're going to visit, who will be 28 on August 24th, and we'll be there with him on his birthday. And I was praying as a single mom about moving to Charlotte, where he had gotten a job opening to work full-time as an apprentice. There was just a small stipend, like $2,000 each semester or whatever, with the Charlotte Ballet. And he was 17, and I had just shut down my store. I had already gotten out of school. Wasn't a whole lot going on, but I was living in a house that was safe and secure because my grandparents owned it, and my rent was like $250 a month in a duplex. And so it was a huge step of faith. And I remember praying, and God gave me confirmation after confirmation about going. And on the status, I said, I got confirmation after confirmation. I had just dropped Forrest off at school because he was in school that year in 10th grade. And I went and picked him up, or maybe he was in 11th. He was in probably 11th grade. I went and picked him up from school, and I said, you're done. Let's go. Let's go chase your dreams. And it was kind of a big leap of faith. He wasn't really that interested in academic stuff. And And so he just left school, and now he's doing what he loves, and he's making a great living at it and living his dream. And God just provided all along the way. I went to Charlotte with a weekend, on a weekend trip, to find a place to live with bad credit and no job. We had one car and a bicycle. And I found a place like a mile from the studio, right outside the city of Charlotte. Like his studio was in Charlotte. It was maybe a mile and a half. And I'm not answering the door. And so, Lord, I don't know. They mow my lawn and they ring the doorbell, but I always pay online. So but I do have a little kid here. Hey, Abigail Rose, will you get the door real quick in case that's Emma's dad? Okay. Just if it's the lawn guy, just tell him don't worry about it. I'll pay him. Go into the door. Somebody's ringing the doorbell. What was I saying? Okay, I gotta go. I'll see y'all tonight. It's Emma's dad. Well, she didn't get to stay long. Emma, your dad. I need to finish this story. Anyway, I went down there. I found another duplex for $450. He didn't check my credit. He didn't care. I didn't have a job. And like God worked it all out to chase my son's dreams, what God had put in his heart. And that's how God does things. That's how he moves. When he calls you, you have to step into the water oftentimes before it parts. So when I say that I don't have the money to do this on my own, I need people to join with me in this. And so God was saying, what do you have in your hands? I'm not even, yeah, I am asking for donations. If you want to just donate, you can donate more than purchasing this. That's great. But definitely, this is cool. These you can purchase, and I will send them in the morning. If you purchase them after tonight, really, because I'm going to get them maybe tomorrow morning early, then I'll just have to send them when I get home. And I've also got some books up there if you want to order one of those, or my painting, or you can just send a tax-deductible donation. No reason to pay taxes twice. And I'm getting so much more clarity about what we're going over there for this time, and the Lord's going to give me more blueprints for what will be the next trip over there, because it's definitely what he's telling me to do isn't something that I can do on this trip fully. I can begin to sow some seeds. I think I said that 2024 at the beginning of the year, this is going to be a groundbreaking year. And groundbreaking is when you purchase the property, you've got the plans, and you put the shovel in the dirt before you even start building. And so I think this is what is happening here. And so I'm excited about it. Very supernatural. And I just know when you sow, some people can go, some people can sow. I do both. I sowed into another ministry going to the Philippines, the first fruit that was sowed into this trip from my mother. She sent me money, and I sewed. Okay, I gotta go. Emma's dad's at the door. Okay.